From Harrogate Mama blog, harrogatemama.com, and I have been lucky enough to test drive this gorgeous Lexus NX 300 F Sport, kindly on loan from the Vantage Motor Group, and this has come from their Leeds dealership, Leeds Lexus, and I am going to blog about it, we'll tell you a bit more about it, but I thought I'd do a quick video tour so you could see exactly what it was like for yourselves. Sometimes it's nicer to see it that way, so I'll show you what's what. The Lexus NX 300 F Sport Hybrid, which as you can see, it's got this fabulous grille on the front of it with this extra detailing, which is lovely. It's got these beautiful little headlights and little lights underneath them, and the car is this fabulous white colour. It's got these amazing alloys, look at these, some super big 18-inch I think alloys, which are beautiful, and all around it you can see it's a pretty beautiful looking car. On the back it's got these super duper lights, and I'll show you the boot space. As you can see, it's got quite a big boot, you can see down here. It goes back a really long way. I can barely reach into how far it is. We've been camping whilst we've had it, and we've had it stacked with all the stuff for a family of 5, and it's been perfect to fit loads of stuff in there, which is great. It's obviously all automatic, so you just press this button and then it shuts for you by itself. It's a really clever car. All the little gizmos and gadgets on it work perfectly, which is great. So you can see there's the branding on it, the Lexus NX 300. And also it's the F Sport edition. So a really smart car, so you can have the keys in your pocket, which is great when you're a mum and you've got kids and shopping and all sorts of other things. So to lock and unlock the car, you literally just press this and that's the car locked. So you don't even need the keys anywhere near you, and the same to open it, you just click and hold it and it opens, and you can tell it's open and shut by the way that the wing mirrors go in and out as it's shut, which is also another great thing. You don't have to remember to put your wing mirrors in when you're parking, so it does it all automatically. It really is super clever. I'll show you inside. We'll have a little peeky peek. This is what it looks like inside. It's got beautiful interiors, beautiful design. It's super comfortable with loads of space, loads of legroom. And it is a very swish car to be driving in or be a passenger in. Space-wise in the back, we've had the 3 kids in the back for the whole week when we've been off on our long journeys and whatever, and they've been really comfortable. So we've had one of them sat there, obviously the little one in the middle, and the other sat at the other side, and they have had plenty of room, and there's been a lot less bickering because I think they've got a bit more space and a bit more freedom to move about, and they all managed to have a sleep in the car, which is really unheard of for my children, and I think that's got something to do with the soundproofing of the car, because when you're in the car it sounds really quiet. You don't hear the road noise like you would in another car quite the same way, I don't think. Obviously you hear it, but it's just not as loud. And as a passenger, because I was a passenger on quite a lot of our journey, in the front, it was so comfortable. I have never been in a car that has felt this comfortable as a passenger. It's a really smooth ride, it's a really quiet ride. I felt like I've had loads of space, and by the end of our long journeys, I could have sat in there for longer. I really was comfortable, and as the whole family in the car for quite a few miles, we all managed really well and found it very comfortable and very luxurious. It was really nice. Seats have got this really lovely sort of leather finish to them, which is really soft and comfortable and cosy to be in. They also have heated seats, which I know a lot of cars have these days, but I cannot underestimate how much value they bring to you. It's so nice to get in a car on an October day and just instantly get warm right through, and that has been a really lovely feature. Really enjoyed that. Behind me is this panoramic glass roof, which lets so much light into the car, and it's really great for the kids in the back. They've loved looking out into it. We've seen aeroplanes go overhead, we've seen the geese flying overhead, and even just seeing like the trees and stuff from that different angle when they're in the car. They've really enjoyed it, and it does make the car feel loads roomier and more spacious, even though it's a big car to start with. It does make you feel like you've got lots of space in it, which is really nice. It's been a great feature, and you can shut the roof over so that the glass isn't there anymore. There was a couple of days where it was a bit sunny and the sun was in their eyes, so you just shut that over like you would an electric window. The roof doesn't actually open, it's just glass, but you can cover it over if you need to, so that's a really nice feature. I'm actually going to drive the car anywhere, but I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to show you what I can see, so you can see how some of the features in the car work for yourself. And it is an automatic, like all Lexuses are. It makes it really easy to drive. I have driven an automatic on a couple of occasions before, and I do like driving automatics. They are super easy, so stop, go, that's it. And this car is really intuitive. It does a lot of the driving for you, so it's a really comfortable ride, and it's just easy. So many things are automatic. So to turn it on, you just put your foot on the brake and you press the power on button, And as you can see, the steering wheel just pops out towards you like that, so you're ready to go when you're set. And then you simply shift your gear stick into drive or reverse, and that's it, you're away. You take your foot off the brake, off the accelerator and go, and it's as simple as that. It's very, very straightforward to get driving in it. So one of the things I really love most about this car was just how easy it is. The whole car is just easy to drive. It does loads of thinking for you, so it's got all the things you would expect. It has automatic headlights, it has automatic wipers, it has heating controls that are simple and easy to use. Obviously all the doors are electric, the windows are electric, the locking system's electric, the wing mirrors will come in on their own automatically, that's all electric. The camera, so you can see out of the back without having to look, and the parking sensors at the front. It is just, everything is designed to make driving really easy. And obviously when you're driving on the motorway, it has all the inbuilt radar, it has the warning that comes on if you're coming near a speed camera, and it just does loads of those things for you without even having to think yourself as a driver, and it makes the driving experience safer. And you're high off the road, you can see all around you, and it's been a really, really great driving experience. So here is the gear stick. So I've currently got my foot on the brake, and in order to, I'm not actually going to drive it anyway, but in order to drive it somewhere, you just knock it down here into drive, take your foot off the brake, not into the accelerator, and you're away, and that's it. It also has this really cool function of sport, which my husband was loving. You just knock it across this way into sport, and suddenly you're in sport mode, and it takes the car to a whole different level, and it drives in a much more sporty way, which he really did enjoy. And then the other gears obviously neutral, which I didn't use, and reverse. And when you hit reverse, this camera comes on behind you. So this is what I can see behind me at the moment. It has these guidelines, so you can park like a boss. You just drive it, you know, steer using those guidelines, and you can park really easily, and you can see really clearly all around you. It does take a bit of getting used to when you're looking into a camera in front of you rather than looking behind you, but obviously you do have to check all around you when you're driving, you know, to make sure there's no kids running or whatever. But I have loved that as a feature of the reverse camera driving, so that's great. Just pop it back in park for you. One of the features that has been really useful has been the sat-nav, and I know a lot of cars have sat-nav and phones have sat-nav these days, but this one has been brilliant. One thing that we found really useful was when we were doing our motorway driving, it counts down how many miles it is to your next services, which is really handy when you've got kids in the car and you're not quite sure how far it is to the next services. It counts down how far it is to your next junction. The visuals on it are really good, so it tells you which lanes you need to be in, so there's 4 lanes, and the 2 you need to be in are lit up to take you across where you need to go. And we've used it a lot more than we would thought we had, because we normally just use our phones, and it's been a really good sat-nav system. So that's good. You can see from there, but just down here is the dash, and it's got all the details that you'd expect on a normal dashboard. It's all electronic, so it looks pretty snazzy as well. One feature we found really useful when we were driving on the motorway is the intuitive cruise control. So normally your cruise control you can set it to what speed you want to set it at, but this one is so clever that it has like a radar that beams off the car in front of you. So if the car in front of you is going faster than you've set your speed cruise control to, that's fine, it will stay where it is. If the car in front starts braking and is slowing down, the car will brake for you, and if the car in front starts accelerating, your car will start accelerating to the speed you've set it to. So it makes it really safe when you're driving. It keeps you at the braking distance from the car in front of you, so when you're driving on the motorway you feel at a good safe distance to the car in front of you, and it's keeping you at a constant speed, so you're not lurching and braking constantly. The braking is really gentle, and it makes it really easy to drive because you're just not having to think. The car in front of you is driving, you're driving, but the car's driving for you, and it's braking for you, and it's accelerating for you, and it's keeping to the speed limit, so it keeps you all really safe. And you can see how driverless cars are really not that far away with that sort of technology. It's fantastic. As another little aside, as I was sat in the passenger seat quite a lot of the journeys, was underneath the footwell there is a space, which sounds so crazy, and I don't know why more cars don't do it, but it means that when you're sat in the front you can actually stretch your legs out fully and keep them like outstretched all the way, because your feet tuck up underneath the glove box, so you can have complete leg room, complete luxury, and if you want to you can recline your chair a bit, and I could have quite easily gone to sleep in it, except I was, you know, on wife duty keeping, you know, Mr. P safe with his driving, so I didn't do that obviously. And there's loads of all the usual sort of stuff, lots of space in the pockets in the side of the doors. The glove box is great, so lots of storage space in there, all the things you'd expect in a nice car. You can have his and hers dual heating systems, so Mr. P could have a different one to me, and we could keep our own temperature how we want it to be, and we didn't have to mess about with that too much. It kept at a really nice ambient temperature all the time, and I think having the heated seats really helps with that, because I could have mine on all the time and keep me warm personally without him having to get too hot. Other random features I've really liked are the touch lights, so you just touch them on and you touch them off, which is very simple to do, and all the lights do the same for that, which was obviously good fun if we liked. This is the roof, so it closes. The car is a hybrid. It's an inbuilt hybrid, so it's not one that you have to plug it in. I thought when I got it, oh, I'm going to have to plug it in and charge it, but you don't. It's really simple. It charges itself because it's so clever, and basically it works that when you brake, the kinetic energy that's stored in the wheels transfers itself into the battery, and this display here will show you when you're using the battery and when you're using the engine power. Now, we filled this car up with 50 quid worth of petrol, and it got us from Harrogate to London and back again without having to refuel, which is very good. It tended to be the best when we were driving around town, so if we were driving around town we noticed our fuel efficiency was much better, because obviously it was using the battery more, because we're doing a lot more of that braking sort of driving. So it's been really nice driving a hybrid. The other thing about a hybrid, which is great, is it's really quiet. So when you set off sometimes, because it's electric and it's using the battery, you don't know you're moving. So you kind of have to get extra careful when you're driving that you are actually moving. But it is a lovely feature, and you do feel like you are doing a bit for the environment and being fuel efficient and saving money. So that's good. One of the features I really liked having it on was the car mode. So you click it onto the car mode, and it tells you here, because it's a hybrid, when it's using the battery and when it's using the engine. So it's always great when you see it this blue bit, because you think I'm being super fuel efficient, I'm using the battery, and so that changes as you drive along. So it goes from orange when it's using the engine to blue when it's using the battery. As my final sort of footnote for this Lexus NX 300F Sport, I would say it is a lovely family car. It's brilliant for long journeys, it's brilliant for driving around town. For a mum, for me, I found it great. Sometimes I'll do up to 16 individual car journeys in a day by the time you've done the school run and the school pickup and the nursery run and the nursery pickup and the brownie run and the brownie pickup and all those other things. That can tally up to 16 journeys in a day. And all those times I'm parking the car, I'm driving it around town, and being in and out of this car has made it so much easier. The parking with the parking sensors in the video has been great. The road visibility, so I can see where I'm going off the road. The space in the back for the kids, so they're not arguing and they're not fighting. The fact you don't have to faff around getting your keys in and out of your handbag when you're trying to open the car and get in and out of it. It's all been really easy. For long trips as a family, it's been great. It's been a really comfortable ride as a passenger. I've never been more comfortable in a car when I've been driving anywhere long distances, and I've come out feeling refreshed and not that sort of car tired. Also, it's a beautiful car to look at. It just looks particularly shiny and swish, and I like that about it. And I would recommend it as a car to most families. I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't buy it, because it has got everything you need for a family, and it's great into the bargain. You know, it looks good, it's comfortable, it's easy to drive, and it does everything you need it to do. Final few words about the Lexus NX 300F Sport, which is a hybrid, which I have very kindly had on loan from Vantage Motor Group, and basically it's been a fantastic car to drive. We have absolutely loved everything about it. It's comfortable to drive, it's easy to drive, it almost drives itself, all the automatic features on it are fabulous, it's exceptionally comfortable to be a passenger in, there's loads of space in the back for the kids, space in the boot for the kids. I've loved driving it myself because of the visibility off the road. I love the cameras for the parking and all the parking sensors and all the safety features on it. And overall, I can't fault it, honestly I can't. It's been a great car to drive, it would be a perfect family car, and it looks amazing to boot. So that's it, that's the Lexus NX 300F Sport Hybrid, and if you want to know more, I'll be reviewing it soon on the blog, harrogatemama.com. I'm Lucy.